Alright. Welcome back to the ruined zoo with, oh god, there's a demon rabbit.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, wait,
We're
you
off
mean
to a
me.
terrific start.
Yeah.
Hey, Pie.
Hey, I decided to hop
and
in.
then there's a
Oh,
lost.
Lucas.
Oh, look, there's a lost boy.
It's everybody's favorite character, Sad Boy.
Oh, come on. It's like, hey, little boy, are you looking for your mom? Oh.
Oh.
No.
Well, I'm sure
That's the
your dad is
that's the secret word.
Well, I'm sure your dad is all.
That's not
Oh, no.
Maybe your brother is all.
Oh,
no, Sad boy,
God.
where are you gonna go?
That's right. Earthbound was a really depressing game.
Yes.
This is
Yeah,
the
at
right
least
person.
At least the third
especially
one.
so.
Mother 3 is the most depressing. Earthbound 1 actually isn't too depressing. Earthbound has a couple moments. A lot. This game actually has a lot of elements from Mother 3, actually.
Well, yeah, because
Right.
as a brawl, like Mother 3 was the most recent. Well, I mean, it still is the most recent game, but that Mother 3, I believe, came out literally 2 years before Brawl did.
You know, it's...
Well, like right here, this.
Well,
like right
I
here,
mean, technically a year if you want to count the Japanese release.
Well, like right here, this song is exclusive to Mother 3,
Right.
which is great.
Is it
There's a
bad
lot.
that this is how I discovered the Home Earthbound and Mother series?
No. We were actually talking about that in the last part. A lot of people, including James,
What?
including James, a lot of people were introduced to Earthbound through Smash Brothers, I bet.
Oh yeah, I think almost everyone in the West was mostly introduced for Smash Brothers because let's
Get a
not
trophy.
It
doesn't
that
work.
didn't work.
Oh,
But,
that worked right between his legs.
Anyway, what was I about to say? Let's not forget that the glorious advertising campaign Earthbound had back in the '90s, where above all else they tried to emphasize on the gross humor, which was only one part of the game.
I thought they only
Right,
did that
Bells only
because I
has-
think, didn't the game also come with scratching sniff cards?
Yeah.
Yes, they
Yes, that was the whole. It stinks, but it doesn't. It's not meant to be all crude. That was just Master Build for like one episode.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and that's dropped pretty quick.
Get out of here.
Oh,
What?
Really?
Who's down?
What?
Well, at least we won't have to worry about him again.
That was
Yeah.
an
What's going on
accident.
now? Oh,
shit!
Are you fucking serious?
That was on
Okay.
He
purpose.
had an
That
extra.
really peaked. I really peaked the mic. I'm sorry.
He had an
Okay.
extra one. Don't worry, I peeked the mic too, probably.
I think we all did.
What are we gonna
Yeah.
Run, boy, run!
Oh,
do? Oh no.
Oh
A
God,
light.
How
dang
do you
it.
get your legs stuck like that?
Wait, listen.
no! How did that
This
happen?
looks like a job
Wait.
for me.
Oh, he sounded so cute whimpering.
Is that Sans?
oh.
No. God.
Hey,
Devil
that's-
Dame joke.
Jeez, you let MatPat write one video about you, and then it's all over.
Hey, at least it's not worse as
Anyway.
his theory on Hollow Knight. But it's...
We kung fu fight.
Oh, that's bad.
Inside the statue.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm pretty badass.
How's it going, pig butt?
How did
Hey.
we not see that?
Hey, Porky.
Pokey.
Yep, my time. It's my turn. God, it's been years.
Aw.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him kudos where it's deserved. I mean, it's nice. It's nice to have the new kid around, but it also helps to have the one that kind of started it all.
Yeah.
And this is
like
Porky.
how like every other Smash Brothers that adds new Fire Emblem characters, you always have to have the originator.
Yep.
And this is
Also-
Porky. Yeah, and this is
also,
Porky.
Mr.
This is how he appears in Mother 3. Go ahead.
Also, I just want to say, Mr. Sakurai, we all love you, but you got the name wrong. It's Pokey, Minch. It's
No,
Pokey,
te-
devil damn it.
Technically, he calls himself Porky in Mother 3.
Right. Because
He
well,
goes
in
full on
Japan he's always known as Porky. It was only Pokey in the English translation of Earthbound. That's where it's stuck.
Well, it's just that I kind of prefer Pokey because I can't think of Porky without thinking of, well, Porky.
Well, yeah.
Porky Pig?
Well, that's why he's the pig soldiers. But yeah, that is Porky, and it's clear to see, after all the years that it's been since we've done these roles, which one of us, between me and Hype, which one of us aged
Oops.
better. Okay.
Oh no.
That's gotta hurt.
Okay,
Well,
Lucas, you're
You
up.
say that, I feel like I could have been a little bit lighter when I was still the statue.
That's okay.
You know,
Oh, those are good times.
thinking about it, I'm also surprised, like for the when Earthbound was eventually brought back via the Virtual Console, that they just didn't retranslate the name.
Dumb.
Yeah. And there we go. This boss can be pretty tricky at first, but yeah, Porky is down.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this boss fight either, but thankfully it is down and out, and we never worry about him ever again.
Yeah.
It's okay, Lucas.
Now we just deal with the next big pig, Wario.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Your power level on the charts. You'll make a wonderful amiibo.
Aha! Don't worry, too fast for you.
Oh, this was before Amiibo.
Hey, Hype.
What?
I'm so sorry because you remind me.
Hello, little boy.
No. No.
Take one for the team, Ness.
And
Here's
he's
probably
an
the most-
Amiibo.
And this scene right here, like, not this one, but the one next is probably the most intimidating you'll ever see Wario in some time.
And also the most creepy.
That too.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
You and I are gonna have so much fun playing Smash 4.
No.
No, anything but that
Look
one.
at him. He lost his bestie.
But now he's got a
Hey,
new
Red.
one in the form of the Pokemon trainer.
Hey, Red.
Hey, Red.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Red.
Where's Green?
And this.
I was about to say, I guess I can also ask this. Like, before you got properly educated with the names of Pokemon, how many of you started calling him Ash just by instinct?
I
Yeah,
did.
same.
I
Squirtle.
did.
I kinda did.
But then when I saw
Because
his
I-
name was Pokemon Trainer, I was just like, oh, that's his name. Okay. Or
He's
I
just
named
a
I
him
just
Jeff.
always called him Pokemon Trainer.
Or
Yeah,
Jeff.
me too.
Jeff.
I know he's supposed to be red, but he's called Pokemon Trainer here.
So, starting off in the Subspace Emissary, he's only stuck with Squirtle. He'll get
Yeah.
Ivysaur and Charizard later, but in the meantime, to make up for the fact, I know for Subspace Emissary exclusively, the Pokemon don't have to worry about that whole
Fatigue
stamina mechanic. Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yep.
Yeah.
Just go
Which
nuts.
was also thankfully abolished.
Oh,
in,
jeez, I can't swim.
Wow.
That's
When you're metal, you can't swim very well.
I almost forgot how heavy you are when you have that thing. And also, that's another thing that, like, yeah, to go into detail about that, I think they did it to encourage, like, experimenting with the other Pokemon. When you play as Pokemon Trainer regularly, if you have one out for too long, they do start to get, like, weaker, so you have to switch them out periodically. Thankfully, they got rid of that gimmick in Ultimate.
I hate these flows. I hate the flow are some of my creepiest enemies.
They
I don't
are
like this game.
obnoxious if
And
you don't
remind
know.
me of Missino. Just a little.
A little bit. Ow! A little bit.
It may as well be the full embodiment of this, you know. Actually, before I forget, Pi, since this is your first time with us in our Subspace Emissary commentary, let's start our initiation by asking you who your mains were back when Brawl was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or in Smash in general.
I used to main as Link a lot when I first got Brawl. I got this for Christmas, and me and my brother, we played
Nice.
the heck out of this. So much so
Oh,
that
heck
our
yeah.
disc is scratched. And we can't play it no more.
Dunk, dunk.
But we did
And they-
unlock everything and such before.
I love how he holds it in his mouth.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oops.
Whoops.
Ah,
Speaking
yeah.
of this.
Yeah. So yeah, this was my first introduction into Smash Brothers.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Mine was with the original, and I never looked back.
Oh.
Same.
Me neither.
I started off with N64 Smash just because of that freaking commercial.
Yeah.
and me.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking Yoshi taking a hammer to your face.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
And I'm trying to think.
Oh,
There was
wait,
one
no,
point-
I thought that was, no, that was DK.
Oh, there's also that. I still love the shot where I think it was like Pikachu being thrown in the air and Yoshi just watching him in the air.
Yeah, it's crossing the air, and I still love the freaking like cold open when Yoshi like kicks his or maybe
No, it was
Mario, but
no, it was Mario that tripped Yoshi, and that's when
Mario
that's
just
when the
swings
fight
his
just
leg and
ensued.
sweeps Yoshi.
Get the sticker. Take it.
So that would explain why Yoshi's been so bitter at Mario this past commentary or so.
I
this coming for a long time, you
I just I
No, I'm
just
bitter. I'm bitter because he keeps using me as a boost to get to those finish lines.
I
yeah.
told you it was only the one time.
I just
It was one
genuinely
time too many.
I swear you're the most ungrateful horse I've ever met.
I just genuinely don't like. No, what am I trying to don't like? I genuinely love the live action Mario. I just genuinely love the live action Mario commercials, like the Mario Party 4
Yeah,
commercial.
that's fun. Like,
It's honestly funny to look back on those just for how long they actually kept that Mario
They
costume
need to
up
do
until they
those
updated it.
again.
God, I actually remembered the first Mario Party commercial.
the one where he gets
yeah.
arrested.
Oh.
Yeah,
Buddy, it's a
because
me,
they're
Mario.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Tell it to the judge.
Yeah,
That
you
was
remember that one,
something.
right, Sealy?
Huh?
That one Mario Party commercial where he gets thrown out of a club for partying too much.
No. It was a house party that was being too rowdy.
Oh,
like
I
people were
remember.
calling about a disturbance.
But it's a me.
They were like, which one of you goes by the name of Mario? And he pops up. He's like, it's a me.
We need to go to that story. One that I remember, just in terms of live action with the suits, are the commercials for the first Mario and Sonic, where like Sonic's like interrupting him with the air horns, like, "I'm gonna get you, Sonic. It's the last time."
Sonic!
Oh yeah, as he's running around. But no, that's
Goodness, that was commercials.
yeah, no, that was the thing. Like that was this whole era. That's what this whole era of gaming was so cool because this was the era that like Mario and Sonic were finally like meeting and like
One
fighting
particular
like these
commercial
huge like
from that series I just think back on was when, well, it was from Sonic's perspective, and he was just telling how his team was pretty much gonna. How his team was going to be the one that wins. Like, I don't see anything stopping us now. Then Mario pushes over the freaking, I forget it was a lantern or a ladder. He just pushes it. And just, oh dear, was that me? And it just collided with Sonic and the interviewer.
Yeah. But yeah, that was such a new era of gaming. Oh, cool, Eldstar.
It's almost as if the 16-bit wars were brought back for a few months.
And it was so nice. Anyway, we're going to the Battlefield Fortress to start yet another tangential campaign. Because meanwhile,
yeah, and Matt's pretty much sobbing hard just because it represents his favorite Nintendo franchise.
Yeah.
So apparently, this is the part where Celia and I get a little plot twist. As soon as they activate another subspace bomb.
Yeah, remember the robs were a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally said 3 minutes earlier, but
Well, it's been good. It's been good working with you, brother.
oh, no.
Likewise.
And boom.
Boom.
I remember
I forgot to ask,
discovering
what did
those whenever that Angry Video Game Nerd episode came out, right before this game
forgot
came
to ask.
out.
So yeah, meanwhile, over in that old castle,
Yes.
hey Mark,
Husbando!
I used to
Hey,
think he was
Marth.
a girl from the hair when I was younger.
everyone did.
Yeah, like, he's very bishy.
He's very feminist.
It's
I
I'm
don't.
back.
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Time to
Welcome back.
see Pi satiate her thirst.
Oh yeah,
And Celia apparently,
just a little.
so it should also.
What, Logan, what was that?
and you apparently calling him your Spondo.
Yes.
You know, I'm only just learning now that apparently Seeley has a thing for this beachy-haired prick.
Actually, you know what? Like,
It's more so because she knows his voice actor from a lot of projects.
Oh yeah, the fact that he voiced Link at one time.
well, I was about to say, speaking of Link, like
What,
I
James,
had
I
that.
didn't hear you.
I was about to say, speaking of Link, I still have that idea of like when Celia admitted that Morph is her husbando, you just cut to Link and he gives you the glare.
Well, and what James said,
Although
said,
the
Celia
Sound
was
and Drama
happening.
Link is based off Link to the Past Link.
Nope.
So he's the laddie.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, it's funny because we're introduced to our first Fire Emblem character for Smash for Brawl, and this is the one that you have to unlock.
Yeah.
You don't get the one that's
Yeah.
default until later.
These Centurion helmet wearing things, hate them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
They-
pricks.
everyone
Well,
has.
right.
I have an enemy. I have an enemy especially later. That
Too spicy! Too spicy!
I still love that little video that went around after Smash Ultimate came out, where everyone zooms in on the character, showing what their facial animations are like when
Yeah.
they're curried.
Oh,
I'm pretty
God,
sure
sounds
that's also
beautiful.
been done when Smash 4 was a thing.
Wow, Discord
Nice.
just went silent on my end for a few moments.
Oh.
No worries.
Aw.
We hear you still.
Yeah.
So
Get your brass
yeah,
boxes.
this is Marth, who.
Oh, CD!
Ooh, it's
Hey,
Nice.
these are his new tunes.
I can listen to some sweet tunes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ask, Pi, what did you think of the Subspace Emissary campaign?
I actually kind of liked it whenever it came out. I don't know, me and my brother, we just played it through, and that's how we won all the characters. One that was
Yeah,
difficult was,
that's-
I won't mention as of now, just in case we don't want spoilers.
Yeah, that is the thing, is you were pretty much very much heavily encouraged to play this campaign, because if you didn't, it was either play this or, for some of them, clock in 100 hours of gameplay before you unlock them.
Or do some of the
Yeah.
other campaigns.
Nah, I just played all throughout this with my brother's help.
I mean, hey, it's one. You'll get them one way or another. I mean, it's kind
How are
of
you
nice.
supposed to get
This
that?
is one of them.
gotta
I think you're
use-
supposed to thrust.
You gotta use the tip!
Dunk.
There you
oh,
go.
Oh yeah.
That's
But you
Marth's trademark.
boy.
Dunk.
Oh, jeez.
Dunk.
Oh, Rotor.
Go away,
Yeah.
notch wheelies.
Ugh.
He certainly don't belong.
Not here.
Done.
Not in my kingdom. Whoa.
The kingdom
I mean-
of many arrows that have no dead bodies whatsoever.
Ooh.
It's censored.
But yeah, like with Brawl, it was essentially it was pretty much the first game where I mean, granted we did have Marth and Roy in Melee, but this was the first Smash Brothers where it pretty much just fully acknowledged Fire Emblem as a whole because they got their own stage and they also got their own stream of tracks as well.
And an
And they
assist
got-
trophy.
Yep, but we lost Roy at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, he wouldn't
be
come back
back.
till 4.
Yeah.
Also, for a plot twist that Celia and I didn't see coming, apparently, wait for it.
Done.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Meta Knight's
Sakurai.
angry.
Hey, Meta Knight.
We thought you were the one running this show.
Who took my ship? Was it you?
Haha! Oh, this is so
thought-
cool.
Or was
Oh,
it
boy.
these numbnuts?
Probably
Actually, the joke.
Fight.
Actually, the joke I had in mind, where it's like,
I clearly had the locks on it. I put it in a safe place to park just to get groceries.
Actually,
and
that-
now
Then-
this happens.
Also,
And then Marth said, and then
Sealy-
oh, wait, and then, yeah, go ahead.
Sealy, how did it feel to hear Meta Knight's voice in this game after watching the anime?
Well, it's not. It wasn't too surprising to me, honestly.
fun.
Because if I'm correct, in the Japanese version, they share the same voice actor.
Well, that's cool.
Well, I mean,
The
okay, there's
Japanese
that.
voice for Meta Knight and the Japanese voice for Meta Knight in the anime too.
Oh, by the way, well, I know for a fact that that's not the case with Dedede, because in Smash, he's always been voiced by Sakurai himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Sakurai will
I,
always call dibs on his baby
Oh.
unless it's a mainstream Kirby game.
Wait, he.
I didn't know Sakurai voiced DDD.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
only in
All the
Smash.
time.
Huh.
Huh.
Where'd he go?
But yeah, no, to finish off that joke we had earlier with you, I was gonna have Marth say, and you remember to put the parky brake on, right?
What's
Guys, what time are you guys at?
We're at 16, go to 17 minutes in.
Oh, and actually, before I forget, meet the most broken character in Brawl.
Hang on.
Oh yeah. You all good, Susie?
No, I'm not.
Go to 18 minutes.
Yeah, go to 18 minutes, we'll fill you in.
18, don't you mean like 17:30?
No,
18.
because I can already see it's gonna take a little bit. Just go to
Okay.
18 minutes in. We'll keep you covered. It's just fighting. It's just a
Yeah.
one of a kind, never before seen battle for the rest of this game.
Don't.
Pretty much.
Oh, that was close.
All right, let me know when we're
Where
at 18 minutes. See
asshole robots drop hot,
I'm there.
piping hot bolts at
We'll
you.
let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when we get there. But yeah,
All of
but yeah,
you
this is.
come
But yeah, it was so nice to see Meta Knight show up again.
Yeah, it's like,
all of you come, so you may fall like a deer from the scythe.
Yay, it's a sword, not a scythe.
My point still stands.
It's a metaphor.
Alright, almost there. Just more of this, guys. Pi, what do you think of Meta Knight?
I think it's like. Hold on. Can you ask me the question again? I kind of blanked.
what do you think of
no
Meta
worries,
Knight?
actually-
I
real
did
quick.
like. I
And
did
there,
like
okay,
Meta
there he
Knight.
goes.
5,
Ready, Sealy?
4,
3, 2, 1, play.
Just as that big bald guy just drops.
well, what do you know?
Wait, did it.
Anyway, to catch up to Speed Pie, we were asking, what do you think of Meta Knight?
I did used to main
Oh,
him
I
in
love this
Brawl
song.
because of how
Yeah.
broken he was.
This is
I'm
my
not-
favorite Fire Emblem theme in Brawl.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Pie. I was really banking on the first thing you were gonna say as like, oh, what do you think of Meta Knight? I think he's hot.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Some people think he's hot. I
He
don't know
looks-
why.
He looks so cool. Ah, my finger, I cut myself on the edge.
Oh, the edge.
Actually, now that I think that, it's like just like DD. It's like, man, that sword is so sharp you can cut yourself just by looking. Ow!
I'm sorry, I have to say this right now. You think Meta Knight is hot? I'm calling childcare services.
Aw,
He's not that. Anyway. So,
candy.
okay, so we should talk about this since I'm with the statue.
Trophy.
Ow! Thank you.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
Thank you.
For those
I was
slow
gonna
to the
say-
joke, he pretty much is a Kirby.
yes.
But it doesn't
That's
mean he's the
fine.
same age as Kirby.
Nah.
Right, that was the whole point, is that Kirby's meant to be like an infant, which is why he can't formulate sentences.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for you.
Meta Knight is just
So,
up
okay.
for grabs.
Because you mentioned it with your previous experience, Sealy, what were your experiences like with Machinima with this game?
It's actually kind of embarrassing to talk about, but
What's up?
I tried to make something out of these cutscenes and adding my own element to it and called it Super Smash Bros. Brawl the movie.
Oh boy.
Just like
And
every other
then-
fan.
Yeah.
And then
And
Oh,
also,
I
also
remember
I'm sad
that
that
thing.
cannonball launcher didn't return.
Yeah,
and
it
then,
was a
like,
lot of
maybe
fun.
And then like maybe 2 to 3 years in, I finally called it something else.
Yep. Which we can talk about that. It's one of your big videos on your channel.
Yeah, whoop.
Yeah,
Oops.
it's something
Careful
I'm
of the wall.
actually still trying to work on since I can't use Brawl anymore because my Wii crashes every time I try to use Home.
Aw.
I'm
Would you like-
I'm gonna have to totally rewrite the story using Smash Ultimate.
Well, Smash
have a
Ultimate
Wii.
has.
I have a Wii to spare.
Well, yeah.
Well,
but
she's already gotten
Home-
started on this.
Aw.
Yeah, it has to be a homebrewed Wii.
Not to
Also-
mention, I don't think anybody worth their salt's going to be watching any more Palm Machinima unless they're hankering for an nostalgia trip.
Well, my Wii shall
But,
sit
and I
forever in
mean-
my dresser drawer.
And I mean, Smash Ultimate has a lot of good, has a lot of potentially good machinima tools built in.
Oh yeah, and they're probably going to add more with these
I just hate
other
that I have to
updates.
restart everything from scratch after all the work already.
Technically, especially now that they have the custom stage builder now you can use that. And since we know it's proven that every character from Brawl is in Ultimate, why don't you just keep the original script and just use
Because
this?
because I use texture hacks.
That's right. That's how she did it. Is she would technically have Mario and then turn it into 4 different characters, just with different.
And then she would
textures.
probably turn Zelda into Hilda.
No,
She could.
Oh,
Don't-
You're not really wrong. It was Dark Zelda. It was Hilda that turned into Dark Zelda.
Same principle.
Well, at that point, I guess you could just kind of do whatever you can with their various skins, because there's a Dark Zelda skin, I think.
Yeah, but I mean,
I-
yes,
oh, I
I
remember.
would use for Dark Zelda, but there's literally nothing I can use for Hilda except maybe for Twilight Princess Zelda's skin.
Man, I remember whenever I was playing like a multiplayer game with somebody and a CD would spawn, we would just be like,
Drop everything.
Yeah.
Get the CD!
Because those things have a much faster disappear rate than any other item in the
And
game.
they're so rare, and you like, I want the song. Oh, that was another thing that I'm sad that other Smash games didn't bring back, was the whole idea of the Masterpieces collection.
Oh yeah, the demos.
Oh, you mean basically just like very neutered
Well,
simulators.
I
Well, that's what you
understand
have Virtual
why.
Console
I
for.
understand. I was about to say.
I remember that.
I can understand why they dropped it for Ultimate because, well, the way they did it for Smash 4 and Brawl was that they primarily utilized the Virtual Console.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
so
know they
really
leveraged it.
they can't exactly do that again with Ultimate, considering Switch doesn't have a Virtual Console as of yet. I mean, granted,
That's-
assuming you don't count the NES Online app.
Gotcha. Oh, much better.
I'm still wondering when we're eventually going to get the announcement that they're going to start putting in Super Nintendo games, or maybe even in 64.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I saw the recent Twitter post that was talking about like, hey, here's the new games that are coming to NES. I'm just like, I don't even care anymore.
Aw.
It's like Kung Fu Action and some other game that I've never heard of in my life and I'm never gonna play.
Well, I mean, if you're ever curious, you can always give them a shot. It's just that, yeah, we're kind of starting to get to the point where they're kind of taken from the middle spectrum of the barrel.
They need to understand that the NES was revolutionary, but almost none of the NES games have aged well.
Yeah.
I think there's a good handful that still have. It's just that, well, yeah, we've come far. We've come far.
Tetris.
Hey,
Tetris,
I like
they get-
Tetris.
and actually, and honestly, so,
Well, no,
my
I'm saying
Wii
Tetris was one of those games that did age well.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The new character
hey,
Ike.
who
Hey,
fights
Ike.
for his
Hey,
friends.
husband.
Done.
He fights for his
Oh yeah, Ike's
friends.
theme I really like too.
please don't
Yeah.
quote that old video.
Oh no, he's quoting the actual line, not the.
Well, yeah, I know. I was gonna stop anyone from continuing just because, yeah, I don't want to be reminded those things exist.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, Ike compared to Marth is pretty much the heavy hitter. Like hell, his sword is technically a two-handed sword, and yet he's strong enough to wield it with one arm.
Right.
Just yeah, he's the tank.
Is it
It's
like a
his workout.
claymore or something?
It's his
I think it's
workout arm.
Claymore.
It might be a claymore, or just a two-handed broadsword.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's like, so this is how Ganondorf came to be an Ultimate. He took some lessons from Marth.
You mean Ike?
Oh, I meant to say Ike, my bad. Because
I understand that they're both blue-haired heroes that wield swords. It's just that.
Well, it's just that the reason I say that still is that, like, looking back on it, I realize a lot of his smash attacks are very similar to his.
You make a fair
Yeah, in
point.
some cases, but there's enough to deviate.
Don't.
But honestly, if you want a character that's just, well, straight up, it's more along the, the fucking Naganogs. I hate these things.
guys get super powerful and tanky.
Come here, give me a hug.
Go!
Whoa!
See,
They
Ike
just
is
feel so
basically
out of
yeah.
place.
So Ike basically became the not Roy and is super strong,
Yeah.
tanky, and also
He's
super
the-
heavy and slow.
Yeah,
Dun.
I never could master.
What is
My
it?
sister has used the Fire Emblem characters so much.
Is she
Oh,
is she a Fire
Pretty
Emblem
much,
fan herself?
pretty much swordsmen are her favorites.
So
are
she's
her favorites to play as.
So she's half of the reason why the fan base is so bitter about new sword users.
Double sword.
She and all the world is like no more, and she's just like okay with this. Having fun.
And
I
I
gotta
still
tell you, this is really great.
Yeah, it's like, this is fine. And I still love, like, I know there's speculation that they might eventually include Three Houses Rep. I get the feeling that, watch, because Matt made the point that, like, all of the Three Houses starters, they actually do not use swords for a change. Watch that be the reason that Sakurai doesn't add them in.
Well, I just figured the reason is because all the
Oh,
hey Leech. But yeah, no, I just figured the reason they wouldn't include Three Houses is just because every character on the DLC slot so far have been third parties, and I doubt they would stop anytime soon.
Oh, cute Luigi's Mansion theme. And
Like,
oh no!
King.
Damn it! He didn't even get to do anything.
nope, because when he's KO'd by his hammer,
Dun. Also,
here's
that pose,
DDD's appearance.
also that pose Luigi makes is completely different from what his actual pose.
I love DD's theme in this game. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I love it. And DDD's kind of a rogue element in that he just really wants his own trophies.
aw.
Yeah.
But doesn't he also put like little badges on them to turn them back to life?
Yeah, you'll see
later?
how that is. I love.
Oh boy.
Army! And thanks for the ride, little
We
boys.
like the green man. Let the green man go.
Actually,
Thanks
that's
for
the
lift,
joke I
boy.
was. Actually, that's the joke that I was making earlier with Wario, like how he was like looking at Luigi and just chuckling at him. It's like,
He has a lot of fangirls. He'll net me a pretty penny.
I just imagine like finally.
Actually, yes, there
I'll-
has been a study done, and most of Luigi's fans are female.
I just imagine it being like, finally, the last Luigi amiibo. All the other stores were sold out. I was like, Luigi amiibo, and then the entire Waddle army like swarms in.
Oh no!
Man, my big mouth. So yeah, that was next part of Subspace Emissary where the plot is thickening.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, like soup.
just like,
The plot, like my waistline, is thickening.
Ew. No. Just no.
That's just him. Don't worry. Join us in the next part, everybody.
Bye, guys, and hopefully we'll rescue Luigi.
Yeesh.
Whack.